Number 6, they despair from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Again, this falls under the whispers of shaitan and the weakness of iman. And sometimes it is just human nature. We consider ourselves so sinful that we think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is unable to forgive us. Subhanallah al-azim. We know the story of the man, as is narrated in the Musnad of Imam Ahmad, that when he died, he told his family, when I die, please take my body and burn it into ashes, and spread it east and west, or throw it in the air on the windy day so that it will be scattered, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not resurrect me on Yawm al-Qiyamah. He burned himself. He scattered himself all over the earth due to the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now notice, this man is denying the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because he has despaired from it. And at the same time, he denies the ability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because he thinks that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't be able to gather his ashes and gather his remains and put him back together and hold him accountable. He's denying this. Yet even then, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives him and says that you did this out of fear of me, so enter into paradise. This is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we talked about yesterday when we were talking about Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim and the two attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Ibad Ar-Rahman. And we talked about the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we quoted that one beautiful hadith where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was with his companions, and they saw a woman running right and left, grabbing child after child and putting it close to her chest, thinking it was her child after she had lost it. And then when she finally found her child, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to his companions, do you see this woman? Do you think that she would ever throw her child into the hellfire? Or would ever throw him or her into the fire? They said, no, Rasulullah, she would never be able to do so. And then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Wallahu arhamu bi'ibadihi min hadihi biwaladiha. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more compassionate and more forgiving and more merciful to His slaves than this woman is to her child. This is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in ending off on this portion, or this 6th segment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing each and every one of us when He says, Ya ibadi alladhina asrafu ala anfusihim. O my slaves who have transgressed amongst themselves and against themselves. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. Do not despair of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for indeed Allah forgives all sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing each and every one of us. Do not despair from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah forgives all sins. And as long as a person does not commit shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all sins. And even with shirk, as long as a person comes back to Islam and he accepts Islam, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will even forgive that shirk. Brothers and sisters, this is the mercy of Allah.